I did a lot of laundry. I did good. I lasted 2 weeks without doing laundry, without anyone else here in the house. So I don't think I have to do any coming up. Yeah, not the Dusty. Shoot. Okay, so we got waffles to make. I unearthed. I told Sam I unearthed a fossil today. I dug out the waffle iron. This is from his mom. Gave it to us 1 year for Christmas when we first started dating only. What? We were trying to figure out how old it was. I'm pretty sure it's like 6 to 7 years old at least. So this is the beauty that we're gonna be using today. Old Faithful. It's nothing fancy. Just crank it to max and plug it in. It's honestly the greatest thing ever. I've used like $300 waffle irons, and I've used like $15 to $20 waffle irons like that one. And the inexpensive ones honestly always make the best waffles. They are not built the same anymore, I will say this. Yeah, an archaeological find. I had to clean it up a little bit before we used it today. Yeah, you're not cooking waffles if it's not set to max. You can never go wrong. I'm so excited to make these. I've been like, I don't eat a ton of carbs anymore, right? Without eating wheat. Because it's honestly in everything. So yeah, to have like kind of a carb-esque little breakfast together today will be really nice. And we're gonna like bump up the protein too. So we'll make our waffle batter. It's made in a blender, which is so cool. You like blend cream cheese into it. I'm gonna use coconut flour instead of almond flour. And then I looked it up. Coconut flour absorbs twice as much liquid in a recipe as almond flour does. So we have to like cut the amount of flour in half if you use coconut flour. Notice the weekly stream groceries, that's fun. Yeah, I thought I would put that up just to help us out a little bit, you know. Trev, you can't find a real Belgian waffle machine. So are you saying like the Liège waffles? Because that's why I had to actually clean up my waffle maker today, because that's the last thing we made in them. And that's a traditional Belgian waffle that has pearl sugar inside of it. So like these pieces of delicious crunchy sugar. But then it makes such a mess of your waffle iron when you do make those. It's a yeasted waffle. How do you say your name? I'm Kate. Hello there, Monsoir. Welcome. Crux, you've never even heard of coconut flour, really? It's a product that I've used for a long time now. It's okay. It's just like a gluten-free nut flour. Something like almond flour. And it makes it taste nutty, so that's kind of a nice part about using it too. Danish waffle irons are way different. Are they the rectangular ones, Mish? Because my Baba had one like that. And it was like full cast iron. And then the outside was like all stainless steel. And it was just like the greatest thing ever. I don't know if my mom still has it. Hi, Flower. Nice, you're lurking, thank you. While you're grading. Always, just like I said to Annie yesterday, thank you for your teacher services in the world. You've done keto, Katniss. You find a mix of the flour alternatives are better. Almond, coconut, and oat or flax. We can make oat flour today too in the blender first if we want. Yeah, I was gonna say that. You can kind of make flour out of anything. You wouldn't, but you could. Now we know. How do you contribute to the groceries? I think it's this command. This is a great question. So that is a PayPal donation link. So it is secure through there. And then you can send it anonymously too if you don't want to put your name on it. But that is definitely the easiest way to donate if you guys do want to contribute. Thank you very much. Makes me excited. Okay, I need to look at this Danish waffle iron. Whoa. So do you plug it in or you put it on the stovetop? You plug it in. Is that how they all are? Is that shape? Or are you just showing me a fancy one? They're thin and crispy. Whoa, there's so much things on this site. There's even clothes? BRB, shopping on a Denmark site. They're mostly all heart-shaped. That's so cool, Mish. Thank you for sharing. So yeah, we learned that there's the round ones that are Belgian. Also in Belgium, though, you'll find like square ones. That's what I had when I was there. And then, like I said, so my baba was Polish, and she had these like rectangular waffle iron that was like really light and crispy and fluffy, not like a really dense one. So I don't know how these waffles are gonna turn out because I've never made the recipe before. Whether they're gonna be like crispy and dense or light and fluffy crispy, we shall see. I'm excited. And you asked my background, am I German? I am not German, my husband is. He is not home right now, but he might pop into chat today. He is working out of town. I am French, Ukrainian, and Polish. Mish wears wooden shoes, and she has wooden teeth at 12 years old. Okay, waffle batter, check. Also, I'm gonna post the recipe one more time so I can open it for myself. It makes me so happy. Thank you, Katniss Ross, very much. I hope you guys enjoyed our little Meow Mix song. Thank you for donating to our grocery fund. I'll keep you in mind next week when I go grocery shopping. You're $4.20. I appreciate you. I don't even know what I have to buy next week. It should be exciting though. So I found out yesterday from Sam, the roommate comes home on Tuesday. So I only really have one more kind of full alone day, which is Monday. So I don't know if I have to pick him up yet. And then Samo comes home on Thursday. So I gotta make sure there's lots of food in the fridge for the boyses. The boyses. Vikings don't do calendars, so you've been 12 for a good while now. The 9th is your meal redemption. Fact. You are correct. I thought we would just keep it on the same day, but just postpone it 1 week. And thank you for your understanding for that. Okay, waffle batter, and then we'll make our fruit salad, I think, and just pop it in the fridge so it's ready to go. I think for our breakfast meats, we're just gonna bake it. Like, we can cook it in a pan if we want to watch it, but it's just so much more clean and easy to cook it in the oven on a sheet pan. I'll show you guys how we do it. I will say, breakfast sausage links, like the small ones, as well as thick strips of bacon, actually cook around the same amount of time in the oven, even though one's like thicker than the other. So that's cool. Isn't keto waffles and fruit opposites? I'm making these waffles today so that they're just gluten-free for myself, but I definitely don't follow a keto diet. I called them keto because that's what the recipe said, but I'm making them, yeah, because there's no wheat flour in them. I am someone who definitely can't live without fruit in my life. That is like almost a staple in my diet. If I'd make a list in Discord so you'd all be able to see what's on the meal redemption list. This is a good idea, and I can do this. No, you're not allowed. Let me just write it on a piece of paper. I always have like a little admin sheet that I do every week after we're done. Okay, so meal redemption list for Discord. Where would you like me to put this, or should I just create a separate channel? Okay, mom. I'm also always the mom at work, even though I'm like always one of the youngest people at work. I'm always the mom. Are most Canadians French descent? That is a good question. A lot are. I don't know the percentage. Like, my dad's side of the family is all French. Both of his parents were, but they are not French Canadian. They were like from France, French, like 3rd generation down. And then, like, during colonization times, some of the French colonizers mixed with the indigenous people. So that's how we have, like, Métis as well. So there are, like, a lot of French people in Canada, but you'll also find, like, my other half of my heritage is Ukrainian and Polish mix. And there's a lot of Ukrainian and Polish people in Canada, too, as well as German. And like all of this stuff kind of wraps into like around the wars and during colonization, but that is like definitely a lot of people born in Canada, their parents are of those descent. Now though, I would say with the Canadian population, I think we're outnumbered by the amount of immigrants in the country. I'm not saying that as a bad thing, I'm just saying it as an actual factual statement. Canadians are of American descent, oh my gosh. Hello, Deadly Squash. Why are there so many French in Canada? Was there a mass emigration? Well, yeah, did you not learn in history? So think about like how in New Orleans, you have the Acadians as well. So Canada has that same thing on the same side of North America. So you can see how they like traveled down the coast and that way. They don't teach this stuff in American schools. Whoa, what do you learn in history? Like, American and Canadian history is not that different. I have been to France, yeah. Canada must be better at some things. Definitely not baking bread. Yes, flowers. Someone like get into this. I'm too young to talk about this. I don't know that much. Canada was originally colonized by the French. Then they were taken over by the British in a battle in 1760. Thank you very much. Hi, I graduated social studies, but I did not pursue it in my life. Thank you. Thanks, Flower. At least somebody actually knows something around this place. But yes, we also can note that where you maybe went to school, some of that stuff could be whitewashed. So yeah, that is why there is a lot of people of French descent in Canada. It's interesting, isn't it? We could really go on and on about it. Okay, our fruit salad. I was trying to see this waffle recipe to see if they said like, if we can make it ahead of time and it's okay, or sometimes you have to like make the batter right before you plan to use it. Just wanted to see what's what here because I've never made this before. So like kind of, okay, what I said was right. I just didn't go too in depth about it. No wonder we're like a little bit nicer. We decided not to rebel with them. Holy, imagine if we did. Okay, add all the ingredients for the waffle batter into a blender. Blend until mixed through and smooth for about a minute. Grease and preheat your waffle iron. Pour batter into there. Cook until golden and crispy. Is there any notes? We can always scroll down to see if there's notes. There's 2 grams of carbs in each waffle. Whoa-y. Okay, I'm just gonna make the full recipe. Do you guys ever like meal prep breakfast items like waffles or pancakes for yourself? They're so easy to pop in the freezer in a freezer bag and then just put them in the toaster or like in the oven really quick, or even the microwave if you like them softer, for like a couple moments and your breakfast is ready to go. So it says we make enough for 3 to 4 waffles. That's a-okay with me. Me too, Katniss. I remember my social 30 teacher being like, I could really see you going into politics. And that was about the last of it for me. I was like, really? That's the first time I've ever heard this statement. I could understand why, because I'm really good at seeing like both sides of a situation. But it's always been my least favorite thing. It's Sambo! Sambo says they're flashing the tanks today. That's a good way to end the week. And then they can start the week tomorrow with nice fresh water tanks. Nothing worse than dirty water. That's a pretty important one. Only a couple more days till Sambo's home, chat. Okay. Our waffle batter, our fruit salad. We will bake our sausage and bacon. The sausage. Hi, Maka Waka. How's your weekend? And that's it, friends. I'm just gonna eat my waffles with some butter and maple syrup, and I am good with that. I've also eaten waffles with peanut butter and jam. Is delicious too. Whipped cream and berries. You can dress your waffle however you want. But I'm feeling like very nostalgic today. I just need some maple syrup and butter in my life to go with my yummy maple sausage. Okay, so this recipe, what do we need? I'll go grab the blender top and we'll start putting this stuff into there. Eggs, cream cheese, a gluten-free flour, which I'm using coconut. Sambo says Nutella. I was waiting for that. Bananas, yep. Oh, I definitely had another couple pieces of that frozen chocolate banana bark last night after I was done my dinner. It's so good. I was like, what is wrong with me? Yeah, you could literally, here in Canada, this happens. Eat maple syrup and butter right out of a bowl. I've definitely been the kid, if you're making cookies with your mom, that ate like the creamed butter and sugar together, so that's not far off. We're being silly. Okay, anything else from the like pantry items while I'm over there? Coconut flour, some vanilla, and baking powder. They add something that's optional, erythritol. Erythritol. What is this? It's a chemical. Uh-oh. It says we can't find that page. I think it's just like a sugar of sorts. Oh, oh, it must be a sugar, a sweetener. Maybe we'll just put an extra dollop of maple syrup in instead of that. Because I'm not worried about like the no carb part of this. I'm more worried about the no gluten part of this. So that's part of the keto diet that I am like totally not following. Crux says, what? It better be Thursday. That weather better hold. 'Cause if it turns, I tell ya. Okay, let me head down to this pantry. We'll grab some things. Dun, 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 vanilla. I could see cinnamon being really yummy in these waffles. Okay. A little sprinkle of cinnamon in there. Boom. Nice, you saved it. Thank you. I didn't check if the recipe one was not working. Let me see. Let's see if it works now. No! Those are definitely yesterday's. All right then. Okay, world. Whatever you say. How about crispy bacon cooked into the waffle? You're one of those crazy guys. Why do we gotta like mess with the food like that? Like I kind of understand it, but I love my like bacon and pancakes or waffles like separate. I might have snuck some sausages out of this package the day I bought them, which was on Thursday, because I really wanted some. But these are sausages. They're just on the eggs that I needed. Free from. So just the same like brand as the chicken yesterday. I like this one. It's Canadian pork and there's no hormones or antibiotics or preservatives. Makes me happy. You gotta have the maple sausage for breakfast. I saw there was chorizo, like 30% off, but I was like, ugh, it's gotta be the maple breakfast sausages. Everything else is just not the same. So it says 4 eggs. Blueberry maple ones are also good. You are correct. Just fixing my browser here so I could see everything. Can you guys hear the music today, or is it just me? Will it maple? That is the question, Buffalo. Yes, yeah, pour the syrup over the sausage as well. You don't have to hold back. Okay, let me just get a small bowl for these eggshells. It's like a must, Trev. That's funny. Pork in everything. I have this really nice thick sliced home-style bacon that I've been eating too. We have some left, so I thought we would use that today. We're going double meat. Who called the 5-0? Just kidding, it's the fire truck as always. There's something to be said about living on a bus route and a fire truck route. Can It Kirkland is one of your favorite series on TikTok? What? That exists? I freaking love some Kirkland items. Like these organic eggs. The eggs that we get here, yeah, there's no other better ones than these for like the price point. And they've never been a weird quality either. I've always been happy with them. Dim sum, yes. Chat, do we gotta go for a dim sum? Katniss. I love it. Okay, we got that. We need half a block of cream cheese, which I'm so intrigued by. You guys know I love cheese, so I am not upset about this by any means. Also, I had cream cheese to use up, so I was like, this is too perfect. I'm not cooking dim sum, you crazy wazy. That would be someone else cooking the dim sum. Okay, is this a half block? Looks like it's just under half. So we gotta get into this other one. Samo said he needs fried chicken in his life when he's home. And I'm pretty sure Kimmer's meal redemption is fried chicken. So I thought we would do that with like mac and cheese. Buffalo fried chicken, mac and cheese. Oh, it's really good. The dim sum spot we go to. It's called Tasty Noodle House. It's always so busy on the weekends. Dim sum, nice hawks on that pig. Your neighbor got chickens? That's the greatest thing ever. Yeah, I saw my cousin, one of my cousins for the first time last week, and I found out that she has 2 chickens in her backyard, and I was like, I'm so jealous right now. Younger than me and has chickens. The audacity. He needs a surprise salad? What the heck is surprise salad? I'm scared. Chicken and waffles is something that we also enjoy, yes. Canadians really like Southern food. Just like not that popular here. This cream cheese is like so funny to me. This little like parcel that it comes in. What is this all about? Do we want to know what surprise salad is? I'm scared. Ooh, Korean barbecue, spring onion pancakes. $15? And it was larger than a dinner plate. Did you get it or no? Because it was too big. I'm just cutting a little bit off of this one. We needed to bump it up a bit. Like that. And then we'll wrap this back up nice and tight. So chat, we need to make something else with cream cheese. We gotta use this up. Pack it like a present. No air allowed. I will say this cream cheese is like very firm. It's very firm and kind of like almost dry. The Costco cream cheese compared to Philadelphia. So you're definitely not wrong in your statement. I've also never made a waffle or pancake batter that has cream cheese in it. But I like it. So now we're just gonna cube this up a bit. My nose is running again. What is this about? Is it just like a wintertime thing? I guess I'm just not used to it. I gotta go blow it in a sec. So if this makes 3 to 4 waffles, and there's 4 ounces of cream cheese, there's like at least an ounce of cream cheese in every waffle. Okay. John, how are you doing? Ooh, fruit salad dip. I haven't had that in a minute. I loved that though when I was young. What was it? You get like those fruit platters with the strawberry dip. Oh, so good. So good. Neufchâtel. Oh, I remember. I've been on a Neufchâtel adventure because of Sam's mom. Yeah, she was trying to find it for one of her German recipes, so she called us. I'm doing good, man. I'm just gonna go blow my nose really quick. One sec. Okay, it's me. Hi. She's in Alabama, America. Okay, we got the eggs. We got the cream cheese. We need a 1/4 cup of coconut flour. If you are using almond flour, you can use 1/2 cup, double the amount. But I looked it up. because I didn't want to buy almond flour if I had coconut flour already. I was like, can you substitute coconut flour for almond flour? It said yes, but use half the amount of coconut flour. So that's what we'll do. Hello, OMG Pete. How are you? Which is pretty crazy. You wouldn't think that a similar product would act so differently, hey? You're like, a nut flour is a nut flour. Well, I'm glad I looked it up, and this also makes a lot of sense, because recently I have been using a bit more coconut flour in my recipes to make them gluten-free, and they've always been dense. And it's because I didn't use less coconut flour, so now I know this. There we go. A little bit of vanilla. I always just shake this up before I use it because there's a lot of little vanilla bean flecks in there. 1 teaspoon, they say. We need a little bit of melted butter in here too. Or coconut oil, it says. And then a teaspoon of the most magical kind of baking powder. You made killer amazing cookies with almond and coconut flour. I was gonna say, where's the recipe? You lost it? That's sad. We're sad. So this is gonna help the waffles like get fluffy and puff up. The baking powder. Okay, I'm gonna put this back and then we'll melt our butter because I have to grab a container over here anyways. I'll bring the maple syrup over. Because we're definitely gonna need that. I told you we used a lot of maple syrup in the stream this weekend. Okay, 2 tablespoons of butter. Holy, I'm just gonna make it through this weekend with the amount of butter. Big brain question time. Difference between baking powder and soda. Isn't one acidic and one is basic? I don't know. We should add a pinch of salt into this, it's true. And then what is yet it is saying? I'm wondering if you could use coconut flour to make macarons. Instead of the almond flour, but your brother-in-law is allergic to nuts. Ah. That is such a tough one. And macarons and I, we go way back. We've had a war on stream before, and I lost it. Do a bit more, I think. Me too! And my mom's dad would only brush his teeth with baking soda. I always remember going over, and there'd always be a box of orange baking soda in the bathroom. Mish, get out of there. Thank gosh you weren't there. I'm doing like 30 seconds to melt it. It says melted. Are there any good uses for whey? Trev is asking. Maybe like brining meat? Cause like I'm thinking of a milk braised like pork or veal or something. You could maybe use whey for that. Or using it as like a base for bread. I don't know. Annie, how are you? Welcome in. We're having crazy chats. Yeah, like the way after you make cheese, I feel. That's what Trev is saying. Okay, is this everything other than the pinch of salt? Yes. 2 tablespoons. That was like a good eyeball amount. Yeah, you can use it instead of water in a bread recipe. See? My suggestion was good then. That's what came to mind. That's cool. What are you getting up to today, Annie? Still doing school stuff, or you get a little bit of rest? Thank you. Thank you very much for the 1,000 biddies. We're now at 31% of the way through our goal. Is this it? Mish. Ah. Lavender dark chocolate? I think so, yeah. Good luck. Good luck watching that one. Have fun. Okay, I just need to go grab the blender base. We all need to be humbled at certain times in our lives, right? Well, that's one of those times, definitely. Also why I don't own a bakery. Well, not a French bakery, I guess. Very capable of baking other things. Just not macarons. Okay, I'm gonna start this on obviously lower speed, and then we can turn it up as it starts to mix together. Whoa! This looks so cool. What the heck? I'm loving it. I'm gonna do a little scrape down on the sides. But look, it's looking so good. It almost looks like hollandaise sauce. Now that would be a trick. Today was Benny Day up at work too. Every Sunday up at camp, it doesn't even matter like what camp you work at. Every Sunday you make eggs Benedict for breakfast. It's the rule of thumb. It is known. But then I will say, if you're someone that actually knows what eggs Benedict is, you will be a little bit sad when you find out they have the Knorr. You guys are gonna hate me. Hollandaise mix. The boxed mix. That's the staple, because most people can't make hollandaise. Do not put this on your steak, no. Wonder if browning the butter would work in waffles for like a nuttier flavor. Probably. I will say though, like, just the contact from the outside of the waffle, if you do have butter in your batter, it makes it taste really buttery and nutty on its own. But if you wanted more of that flavor, by all means, you could pre-brown the butter. You can know it. I'm just a Canuck. What can I say? Okay, one more mix. This is looking proper. Who's gonna know? No one's gonna know. We didn't add anything sweet into here. Also didn't add the pinch of salt by accident. So should we add like a salt and sugar now, or just leave it to the maple syrup to pour on afterwards? I might add like a drop of scissor. Right? And plus it'll help the waffles brown a bit too. Just a bit. Mmm. That's a good syrup, whatever place they got that one from and bottled it. Right? Just like when you eat bread and it's bland. It's like, wow, they definitely forgot the salt. You've never had bland ass with your waffles? You really haven't lived then. Okay, so there's a couple bubbles you guys can see, but I mostly mixed this on like a lower speed, just so we didn't aerate it too much, because there is baking powder in there already. We are on one today, so I'm just gonna probably put this in the fridge. I don't know. No, because then the butter will coagulate. No, we'll just put it over to this side by the waffle maker for now. So that's like the hardest part of the day is done. Now you can make a nice fruit salad. Chimkin and waffles. We used to make that for brunch. Don't ask me where I'm taking the blender bottom. It lives over here. Yeah, chicken and waffles is like such a staple brunch menu item. Okay, check these out. Check my fancy oranges that I got this week. These are satsumas. I got so excited because you don't often see like oranges with the leaves still on them in the store. But they are the most delicious things ever. I'm so happy I paid a little bit extra for these. Such a treat. So we're gonna like take some of the oranges out of there for sure for our fruit salad. And then I have some kiwi in the fridge that was ripened. These kiwis have taken almost 2 full weeks to ripen. I got some really nice raspberries that were also on sale. I love when that happens. That's our 3 fruits. Oh, and I have apple. Do we want to add some green apple into it for crunch and sourness? They look like clementines, right? Oh my god! Ah! Why did I pick that one? Also, what happened? That was such a trap. I think we'll add green apple and that'll look like really nice with the colors. That was so terrifying. Nobody saw anything. There's our apple. It's not like the most beautiful. Look, it has a little ouchie on it too. I'm just gonna make it in a little bowl. These ones have been interesting. I can't believe how long they've taken to ripen. But yeah, they have a nice flavor once they are ripe. I tried to rush one day though. No, it was way too sour. I almost couldn't eat it. One bad fruit really will spoil them all. I think we've done some mixing in this bowl. Okay, we're just gonna take out some raspberries. These are massive, by the way, if you're like, you can't tell. It easily fits on my pinky finger. You guys ever do that when you're young? Like put the raspberries on your fingers and then eat them off? And then I always try and pick out the really ripe ones because you can see. They'll like hide the overripe ones underneath in the container. So it makes every other one go bad. And this is definitely strategically done. And like if you see it kind of gross like that, I'll just like pick off that side of it and use the other half. But yeah, that's strategically done so that if this is underneath, it's gonna make all the other berries go bad. And then you have to buy more. And that's what we call capitalism. That is something we do learn in school. Whether we know it or not. There's always maggots. Yes, I fondly remember picking raspberries in the summer at my grandma's house. And you'd always have to check inside for the worms. These ones are so, like, hairy, though. This is nuts. Try eating it off of your toes. Are you flexible enough for that? Oof, this one was really moldy, stuck on the bottom. I think it was already moldy before they even put it in the container, because look at that. That's like weeks moldy. I swear they're like, okay, and then don't forget when you're packing the berries to put one rotten one underneath in each container. Is that just how my mind works? You had pancakes for dinner? I love breakfast for dinner. And then French toast this afternoon? You're living life. Yeah, you are literally made of carbs, butter, and you're also red syrup. So it's in the name. Let's get into these kiwis first and see what's going on here. Thank you for the lurk, John. Have you guys ever had the golden variety of kiwi? I think I like that one better than the green one. Okay, so to peel this, I think I'm just gonna switch to my paring knife really quick. You can put it on the cutting board and peel the skin off like this, or you could hold it like this and peel it off like that. But I always find it actually does peel nicer. Like that. I've also met people that will just eat a kiwi like an apple. But I don't like the feeling of the hairs. Apparently it's good for you though. Oh, maybe if you washed it up really good. Yeah, I've tried it, Buffalo. I've tried to eat the kiwi with the skin and it's just not a texture that I like. So then, like, why should I have to eat it, right? If I don't like it? And if I do have the choice? Have you? I've never had durian either. I don't think I would like it. I don't like to pay for food that I know I'm not gonna like. These kiwis look really good though. I'm glad I waited 2 weeks for them to ripen. Here we go again. We are turned up on this Sunday. What up, Blondie? How are you doing? Okay, now we're gonna keep these pretty nice and chunky. Really? Your wife can't get past the smell of kimchi? That's interesting. So you love to eat it? Are you allowed to have it in your house? Or are you only allowed to, like, eat it when you go out? There's our salad so far. Okay, the next thing we're gonna cut is the apple. You keep it nice and sealed. Yes, don't leave that open in the fridge. Kimchi scented everything. How do you want to cut the apple for this? Also, I'm going to cut off this part because I know it's bruised. See? It's like I knew it. I'm thinking about how I want to put the apple into here. I'll cut it in half. And then like wedge it. This part I'm just gonna eat because it doesn't look good anymore. But we're trying to keep it all the same size. And wow. That's a really good sour apple. And it just makes you salivate. Mmm. I think I've talked about this one before on stream. I can't remember though. There's been a lot of streams over the years. But my mom's mom, this was like a dessert that she would make. It's like something similar to what I'm doing. It would always be like different fresh fruits. For sure, always like apple, orange, and banana cut up. And then she would mix ice cream into the cut up fruit and kind of like mix it all together so it like melted. And then you ate it like that. It was like kind of creamy, coated fruit that tasted like vanilla. I don't know, it was super good. So whenever I make something like this, that always reminds me of it. $200 for a goose? Holy Trev. Sambo's saying make porchetta. They're attempting to make porchetta up at camp today, so I'm excited to see what Sam says about it. Like, how cool is this? Just pick your orange off the tree. These are some of the most flavorful Mandarin style oranges I've had in a long time. Where it like makes you pucker almost. It's like so sweet and sour. Just peel a little bit more of the strings off. But then we're just gonna segment these up and put them in. We don't have to cut them. It's a nice thing about this style of orange. You don't have to really cut any seeds out like a navel orange. They're so easy to put in a fruit salad. You're eating all the Skittles dust? Save some for later in the week. I don't think I'm cooking nothing at Christmas this year. If I'm home, definitely not. My parents are coming to visit. They invited me to go out to my aunt's farm on Christmas Day, and I'm so excited. I want to ask her if I can buy her property, because she just turned 80. I know she can't live there forever. Hand-me-downs are the best. You get quail? Oh my gosh. How long it would take you to eat the quail. Snacking. And then you don't have to like dress your fruit salad with anything. Up to you. I think I'm just gonna keep it plain because like we're gonna dress the waffles with some maple syrup, so I don't want the fruit to taste too sweet. You don't buy Skittles because you know that you'll eat them. That's like Sambo doesn't buy very much chocolate anymore either because he knows he'll eat it. Just some things are easier to not have in the house. Tracker, how are you? I feel like I haven't really seen you all weekend. You're hanging with Mom? Hello? Hello, Mom. We're just making a yummy little fruit salad. I covered up all the raspberries, but they're in there. You can give it a toss. The orange is like jumping out. It's like kind of Christmassy almost with the fruits that I used. You've been with family? That sounds lovely. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Much needed. That's exactly how I felt after last weekend too. It was like so nourishing for the soul. Same with like Jelly Bellies. Trev, you can't control yourself. I did go through a phase where I got really obsessed with Jelly Bellies. I really don't have a sweet tooth anymore. I don't know why that is. Catch my boss. You got it, baby. And thank you for watching the VODs. I appreciate you. Okay, that's good, chat. Like I said, you can dress it if you want, but you don't have to. Some things that you could put in here, some honey. If you have fresh mint, that's always nice in fruit salad. Same with basil is an interesting one, especially if you have strawberries or blueberries with basil is good. What else? You can kind of macerate it if you put a fruit liqueur in there. That's always good. And even if you don't have honey or maple syrup, even just a small sprinkle of sugar. Just bring out that natural sweetness if you so desire. But I'm just gonna pop that in the fridge. We are going to tray up now our meats and get those in the oven. And then we can start making waffles. Yes. What if you put alcohol in it? The alcohol obviously is gonna be for more adults, right? Because it is gonna taste like kind of boozy. So if there's kids around and you're trying to serve the fruit salad, probably wouldn't serve that one to the kids. Yeah, then you get jungle juice. Exactly. So yeah, fruit liqueur, like Grand Marnier is a citrus liqueur. I I have a raspberry liqueur, so that would be good because I already used raspberries in there, right? And then when you mix that with like vanilla and honey together with the liqueur, it just kind of coats the fruit and almost like marinades it. Because think of when you're making a marinade, you always put some sort of acid, like a vinegar in. Well, that's kind of what the alcohol is doing in that situation. And then yeah, the juice that's left afterwards in the bowl, because it's always gonna like put this juice in the bottom, you gotta drink that. Or at least like save it for the base of a cocktail or something, but don't waste it. It's so good. Okay, we're gonna need foil and parchment. Whenever I cook something really greasy and messy on a sheet pan now, I put a layer of tin foil first. Aluminium. And then I put my parchment, and then I can lay my meats on there. And it just helps so much with cleanup later on. You're not gonna be like scrubbing all this stuck on like sugars and fats. You can literally just let it cool, wrap up your little tin foil packet and pop it away in the garbage rather than putting all the fat down the drain, which is so, so bad. Let me bring these two things over. I think one of my favorite fruits is like macerated strawberries. with ice cream in the summertime. Insane. The vanilla flavor. And obviously with this tin foil layer, it's important we get it all the way up to the edges, right? Otherwise, there's kind of no point if the fat is able to go underneath the foil. First layer. It looks beautiful. You had raspberry cake with vanilla sauce? Was it homemade? Who made it? That sounds really delicious. Yeah, the raspberries have been looking so good lately. Okay, just gonna put these boxes back. It was store-made? That sounds fancy for store-made. I love Europe because of that fact. We don't really have fancy desserts in like our regular grocery stores. They're all literally the same selection and brand. Strawberry shortcake. That sounds Dad's favorite too. It's so good, right? Okay. Open it up. How many? Should I do like 4 sausages and a couple things of bacon? Okay. It is kind of nice to see this as far as like the sugars in the sausage. The first one is maple syrup. Usually it's like the last one added, right? Because it's expensive. It actually is the first sugar. So you know there's real stuff in there. Just kind of separate those. And then I think we'll bake these a little bit higher heat. I'm gonna go 425 Fahrenheit today for the meats. Last time I did them at 400, it really took a while. I felt like we could go higher. And then yeah, we have this that I've been working on. Extra thick cut, old-fashioned style bacon. Maybe 420? You would want me to use that temp. The bacon I'll kind of push closer together. That's okay. Okay, that's good. I'll just wash up and then I can put those things back in the fridge. So now I have a couple more meats that I can use throughout the week. Whether I want to have it for breakfast or dinner. Yummo. And those will take about 15 to 20 minutes to cook. Oops, there's still some soap on my hand. $4.20 for buffalo. Two things you should always have in the fridge. Eggs and bacon. Okay, I should say 3 things. Eggs, bacon, and butter. 3 things you should always have in the fridge. Okay, so while we wait for the oven, we'll set up the waffle maker together. Gotta put a plate under it. make a little waffle station of sorts is how I usually do it. I always put a plate under just to catch any batter that might go over. It doesn't often happen. It's a just in case sort of thing though. Like that. And I have the plug right in front of me, and how this one works is you just plug it in and it turns on. There's no on-off switch. And then for the heat, I literally have it cranked, like this is minimum. I have it cranked all the way to max. That's just what we have figured out works the best with this waffle maker. And it is quite like a deep waffle iron, so you do need to put quite a bit of batter. And then I'll get a non-stick spray. For this process, those are very useful to have a cooking spray. Because there is, I mean, there are worse things in life, but when you're cooking, it is the worst thing ever if you forget to spray or you don't spray enough, and then all of your batter sticks inside and you have to try and clean it out. You just won't end up making waffles that day because you'll like give up. It'll be the saddest thing ever. Nice, Buffalo. So you're like a professional. Operating the waffle iron was your job as a kid. That's adorable. I'll also bring the maple syrup over for us for later. That's good. And then this is why I also love to make batters in the blenders, because there's a pour spout. So you can just pour that into the waffle iron. This smells delicious. It smells like a coconut smoothie. Other than the raw eggs in there. I mean, I guess to some people that could be a smoothie. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna get my plate out. Should I put the fruit salad in like a small bowl or just pile it on the plate? I think we might put it in that bowl. We're going old school. I love these plates for breakfast. That's ready. Is it waffle batter or is it eggnog? Ooh. I think I might be picking up some eggnog from the store this week. It's time. I've never been a person to rush Christmas before December. And then I feel like that feeling gets ruined if you do it too early. So yeah, I always save those things for December, because then it just feels like something special you only get once a year. I also have to make some homemade eggnog this year. And I will tell you, Christmas is really coming quick. It's already the 3rd. Just realized I didn't have my watch on. I need that. We need that on for a timer. 22 days left. Just under, or just over 3 weeks. Yeah, I was gonna look up my eggnog recipe that I always use. I'll share it with you guys. It is very boozy. It's a very boozy adult eggnog. I wouldn't tell you to make it if it wasn't good. I usually make a really big batch of this, and then I'll put it in 1-liter mason jars and like give it out on Christmas Day. You don't like it, but you've only had the store-bought and not the homemade. So this one, you whip your egg yolks separate from your egg whites, separate from whipping cream. So it actually has like all those real ingredients in it, and like nice, fresh, grated spices even. It's delicious, and it's like so frothy compared to the store ones, like kind of syrupy and like heavy. This one is more like frothy and fluffy and light. Oh, yeah, I didn't really like store-bought until I had this either, and I was like, wow, this is so different. Like, way different. I think I might set up like a little waffle making station. I have the other camera going. You don't really get the full aspect when you make waffles top down. I'm gonna set up the gimbal over here by the sink for when we're ready to pour. Yeah, I better start making a list of things I want to make. I know for sure my dad's gonna want some of that eggnog. It's been many years since he's had it. What are like some Christmas traditions that you guys do at your household or with your family? Okay, that looks like it's gonna be awesome view. And then maybe we'll need, like, sometimes it's hard to get a waffle out of the waffle maker. I like to use a fork just to, like, get around the edge to lift it up. It's always helpful. That way everything is ready when it is time. I'm putting the meats in. I will set 10-minute timer. 10-minute timer. We're ready to go. Oh, I know what we're gonna do while I'm waiting. Okay, I'm just gonna take this waffle iron out for a sec. We're gonna do our Lego advent calendar really quick. Get the calendar. We're doing fun Christmassy stuff. The music get turned so low. So weird. Frosted cranberry squares. These are like all of your things, or that's what's in it. Cranberry sauce, pineapple, lemon jello, and ginger ale set overnight with cream cheese, whipped cream topping, and toasted pecans. That sounds insane. Do you have like an actual recipe for that? I would eat that. I really love cranberries, as well as pecans and everything else in there. I've never heard of this in my life, though. Okay, coming over with the Harry Potter advent calendar. This is it. This is how they set it up. So you like open it up and then you can set up all of your Lego characters there. And then on like this side is where you have all of the advent things to pick. Maybe we'll do it this way first. It's not Christmas without it. Another one of our traditions when I was growing up is my dad would always make wife-saver casserole for breakfast on Christmas morning. So we'd have to make it on Christmas Eve. It's so delicious. I've made it on stream before. Okay, so we're on 3. This was 1 and 2. Number 1 was Harry. Harry with the hood. He's got his wand. And then this is like a little snack station. It was so cute. A chocolate frog. Speaking of jelly beans earlier. And then like a popsicle, it looks like. And so then every advent calendar they've done like this has been a different set from the books / movies. So like this one is like the tavern, let's say. I think the machine had like some issues cutting these little openings this year though, because it's really hard to open them. And then so when you open it, on the inside of the flap, it'll show you what you have to build for that day. So then you just have a little bag like that. Okay, I'm clicking on that link. Thanks for finding that. Let me zoom into this more. Whoa! A vintage recipe. Frosted cranberry square. I'm putting that in Discord. I hope that's okay. A puzzle advent calendar? It's 1,000 pieces. So how do you do that advent calendar then? Just like a couple pieces every day or what? Let's make this little thing. I don't know what it is. Cupcakes, I feel? Cupcakes in a cake stand? You just get a couple pieces every day. Cool. I'm gonna turn this because it's hard to reach over currently. Close it back up. Ah! Wait, where are these cherries supposed to go? I needed to review it still. Because, like, how are we supposed to know what we're gonna make here? This is so hard to tell. So that's on the bottom. And then we go this on the sides. We're making another little snack station. This goes there. Wait, the cherries go inside? What? Then it's done. So there's also 3 to 5 pieces each day that will fit together for sure. Okay, I like that. I like that, how they did it. Okay, so then this goes on top. We seal up the box, I guess. That. Ow, one of each of these. I actually really love puzzles. I think actually, if I remember, I would often get a puzzle during Christmas time too. Okay, we did it. I built it. Look at this cool little snack stand. This is like a little cake stand, I think. You have cupcakes? A 3,500 piece one? Holy! Okay, so then, look, there's like some tables that are printed here on the thing, so you can just like pop this anywhere along the set that you think would look cute. And that's like literally it. So like as you go along each day, you kind of set up the scene a little bit more. And so Sam gets me this every year. And we actually get these from Costco, but I'm pretty sure they're online, like Amazon too. Gotta put these extra pieces away. Oh, and then let's open these. Let's open these. Had these for a hot minute. Also have these not open that are so cute. Like I almost have more Lego Christmas themed things than actual just like random Christmassy themed things. What kind of candy calendar was it, Buffalo? That is so adorable. A gingerbread girl, and like look at the little pink layer. Like her head is an Oreo cookie almost, but gingerbread. You make your own cranberry sauce. That is like key. Yeah, my mom taught me to make my own cranberry sauce too, rather than using the jelly can one. Mrs. Claus has a pretzel. She's got her carbs ready to go. And then this guy's playing guitar. Anyone in chat play guitar? This could be you. He's got the tunes. There. Just holding him by his head. We did it. Good job, team. It's just some mixed candies in the calendar. We had like a homemade one growing up, made out of felt, that had like all of the separate pockets and the numbers for the days. And then my mom would always just buy the like Lindor chocolate balls to put one in each day, and then every day someone different in the family would get a chocolate treat. That was always fun. But then like we'd also still have enough chocolate so that every day everyone got one, just they couldn't take it out of the calendar. It's a cute Christmas sweater, right? In a Christmas movie, and hi Mary, people strung cranberries and popcorn. Wouldn't that get a little rotten? They said after they put it out for the birds. Cranberries, yeah. That's an interesting one. I've never really had fresh cranberries around long enough out in the air to see what happens. But maybe they just dry up, I guess? Because if that's the case, then I guess that's okay. But yeah, a lot of times like when fruit starts to go bad, it gets like really juicy. Could make a mess in the house, but yeah, the birds would love that afterwards. Popcorn? Holy. That is a great question. I might watch a Christmas movie tonight. Maybe I'll wait till the roomie's home on Tuesday and we'll binge watch some Christmas movies. I know Sam's not a huge Christmas movie man. That was 10 minutes. Nothing really happening on the meats yet. So I will reset another 5 minutes to check. It's getting a bit warm, so I'll just turn the fan on. There's no coloration. It looks like it's just getting hot. The cranberries just dry up. That's so cool. I love to do little things like that. Another thing I loved when I was young is like making the paper snowflakes to hang on your windows or around your house. If you have like a dining table with like a light that hangs over it, we'd always hang the paper snowflakes off of there. I was obsessed with those though. I don't know about you guys. I was like so good at making them. It was so cute. Yeah, it's true. I might not be done yet. Just because you don't have a tree to set up doesn't mean you can't be festive, right? Well, cranberries are really sour and acidic, so maybe that plays part of them just drying up rather than like actually going gross and bad. I love questions like this. Okay, I'm still reading through these frosted cranberry square recipe. A clipping that is on this article page, clipped out of like a magazine or a newspaper, is from 1965, this recipe. I could teach you guys this snowflake making. Oh my gosh, I'd have to like rewatch a YouTube because I haven't done it in a long time. But it's not far off of just riding a bike. I'm sure I didn't forget. The first one wouldn't be perfect, let's just say that. But yeah, we'll have another fun festive stream next week. Probably on Friday again. Just because that day is a little bit quieter. A lot of people are still at work. And I know they love to watch cooking the most on the weekend. So that's why I've been doing my schedule that way. And it'll be a nice day. Like that's the day after Sam gets home. Just to have like a chill stream together. I'm gonna bring the waffle stuff back over since it's almost time. Totally, right? It's like making pancakes or even waffles. Sometimes the first one does not work out. That's just the way it goes. Can't get sad. I'm pretty sure arts and crafts was like my favorite part of school. I feel like I might make a tea later today. Feels like that kind of day, guys. I don't know what else we should do right now. Hang out? Maybe I'll start planning the menu for next week while we're waiting. Not waiting that much longer. I know Katniss is on Saturday. Definitely not enough feta today. That is what is missing. Katniss request on Saturday. Kimmers, are you in here still? Or no, that was Mythical Suki. I got a message Mythical Suki for the buffalo chicken mac and cheese. Sambo has a request, garlic shrimps on the Barbie. That sounds like a very summertime meal. Don't have that many more to do though, so that's amazing. Do you guys have lots of pots and pans points built up? That's what's on the bottom left-hand side of the chat there. But you can use those to request a meal for me to make live on stream. It's like my favorite things. Garlic shrimps with the pigeon poop, it would definitely be that right now. I'm almost done cleaning. Almost. I have one more area like right underneath the Traeger. They were living on the shop vac that we used to vacuum the ash out of the Traeger and the egg. So it's quite messy underneath. A bit of a hazmat situation, but I got this. So I would like to use my outdoor space again. Okay, a little bit more stuff happening here. I could smell things happening, so that's good. You have 46,000? You're almost there again, Mish. Holy. So it's only 50,000 for me to cook it. But yeah, those dang birds. It's not 75. I lowered it just because I wasn't streaming as much, so that's not really fair. Because it would take you guys so long to build up the points if I'm not streaming. I don't know if you accrue points when you watch a VOD. Does anybody know this? Just having a peek outside and see what's what. See how this weather is. And see the cute puppers in the park. Oh my gosh. Why are dogs the best? Can we have the waffles yet? Maybe I'll eat my fruit salad while we're waiting. 557. Is Dust saving up for the 1 million? 1 million road trip? You totally are. Yeah, if you do 1 million points, Sam and I, we have to go to your house or wherever and cook for you. Don't spend them, save them. You're almost there. You're 60, almost 60% of the way there. Don't spend them. I'm putting this fruit salad in a bowl. I'm eating it. This is where we're at in life. This is why we make things early. So we can enjoy all the goodness. If we do have to wait. Then I can see what this mixture tastes like all together. Okay, that looks like a good amount of fruit to me. Water again? I've been doing pretty good. I haven't even taken a bathroom break. Thank you. Everyone have some water. You want to donate your pots and pans to Dust? I don't know if that's possible. Okay, I have these slippers on, and there's like a fuzz. You know when there's a fuzz that goes in between your toes and like your socks? Not allowed. Not a thing. Okay, we're gonna combine the flavors. This one's an apple orange one. Mmm. Those two are pretty sour together. It's so refreshing though. Kiwi apple. I think we can almost make our waffles. I'm gonna flip those sausages over. Just so they can brown more evenly. Maybe we'll even flip the bacon really quick. Then we probably only need like 5 more minutes. Or so. So I'm going to start preheating the waffle iron. It's time! Move it or lose it, fruit. Reset the timer. Turn this on. So the extras, we are now plugged in, by the way. Should I turn this down a bit? I don't know which light is worse. It's this one. It's this one that's pointing down. How bad is that for your eyes? Is it not that bad? It looks really bright. I flipped it up. Is it gone? It's half gone. I gotta send it to the ceiling? That's fine. Okay, and then while this is heating, so a little bit of nonstick spray both on the top and the bottom. The first layer of this is really important. And usually if you do one good layer, you don't need to add as much of the spray afterwards. But yeah, this will take a good couple minutes to heat up. What's this other view looking like here? A double waffle view? Do we like this, chat? Oops, I have to go the other way. I I do like that view. I can hear the bacon sizzling in the oven. Imagine how many splatters would be on the stovetop right now already. That's a great view, I would say. Great waffle angles. Hey, thanks everyone. And then if you need a Kate face, I can be over here. We're really getting in there today. Okay, I'm gonna just get a metal rack to put the extra waffles, if those exist. That way they don't go soggy. That's why we use a metal rack. So waffles will go soggy underneath, so we just use this to bump them up, and then the air can flow all around and they can cool. And then you can freeze them. You can just pop them in the toaster during the week for a quick, nice quick breakfast. Couple of moments and that stuff's almost done. And then we know this is ready, so right now it's on like a red light lit up. I know I'm good to pour the batter in when we go to the green light. It's very faint to see, but that is how I know to use this waffle iron. In the meantime, let's snack. Those kiwis. When you eat the kiwi with the orange, it tastes like a grape. Okay, I went to green. Whoa. I would say it's ready, yep. Okay, pour this really quick. I gotta get the fan. It might go over, I have no idea. I don't want my smoke detector to go off. Woohoo! It was really liquidy when I poured it, but I'm actually so excited to see how this is gonna go. Open the window. It's wild how quick apartments heat up. Okay, I'm just gonna turn off the oven now. So everything is good to go in there. I'm just gonna leave this stuff in the oven. You can see the bacon is not like perfectly crisp. But if we leave it in there right now, it'll keep browning up just a little bit more, and that way it stays warm. I don't think this is gonna take very long. It smells good. The little bit of steam that's coming out smells very flavorful. We can peek in a little bit, but maybe not quite yet. The steam looks really cool, doesn't it? Can you smell it? I'm wafting it to you. Holy! Look at that! Okay, that was our peek. Close it back up though, but it looks like it's almost ready. I suppose we need to cut our butter nub. That's how fast it is. So that's why we get everything else ready for breakfast, and then we make our waffles last. Each piece of waffle needs a small nub of butter. So I cut like 4 slices. Ready? I think that looks good. Can maybe go a little longer. The bottom is more dark than the top. I'll go like a minute more and then I think we are good to take that out and we can pour another one in. Okay, so we're ready to plate the first one. Or do we want to put this one to cool and we'll plate the next one? This one looks so perfect though, I think we should just use it. Like, look at these. I just took this out again because we're gonna use them. Yes, please. Looks golden brown to dust. Stab it with the fork. Why? Why are we stabbing it? Look at how good that looks. Yeah, it doesn't have gluten, right? So it's gonna fall apart a little bit, but I love how crisp it is. This is so amazing. Use the fork, it's easier than trying to pick it with your hand. And I actually poured the right amount of batter. You wouldn't even know that there's no gluten in here. Okay. We can do less spray. It really like fried it last time. So that just has to heat up a moment because we had it open. I think I like this view right now, so we're just gonna stay here and I'm gonna go that instead. Because that's cool too. Waffle with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on it? No. Okay, there we go. That's the view I needed. Okay. They stuck together. Oh, like Buffalo, you think that it's not cooked through in the middle? It's definitely cooked through. It's definitely cooked through. Oh, I'm gonna realize here that I'm not gonna be able to take a photo because this is my camera, but that's okay. I'm just gonna eat this anyways. Get your maple syrup and it's gonna soak in and be so good. I never really eat sugary things, so this is such a good treat for me. Are we on the green light? I think we're on the green light. Let's do a quick pour and then we'll try it. So I like poured until I just had a couple of the pieces of the waffle iron sticking out. So it looks like we'll probably get three waffles from this. We need our meats. Just drip in the bacon fat. I told you guys I eat a high-fat diet. I'm not lying. Get it in your life. I sent you a can of maple syrup. You still haven't got into there? You haven't opened it because you're not sure how to start after opening it. I would just store it in like a Ziploc container, a mason jar, a glass bottle, really anything along those lines. I just wouldn't store it in the can. Like you just open the can and then put it into something else. Annie! You could eat these, Annie, I think. My God, they're good. This is so good. This is by far the best gluten-free thing I've made recently in like the last 3 weeks. It's so buttery. The outside didn't stay like super crisp, but the flavor of the waffle itself is like actually tastes like a waffle. What? Thank you so much, Mish, for sharing this. Yeah, leave the syrup out, but there's no sugar in the recipe, so you'd be okay. And yes, lovely Ellen, the recipe for the waffles, 1 sec. Oh, that was the wrong thing. Just my stream elements wasn't working today. It's been funny. I just gotta copy and paste it. Here it is in chat, but it already is in Discord too. It's okay for the Instagram pic. I'll be alright without it. I just wanted you guys to get a good view. It's actually delicious. This is everything that I needed in my life. Okay, I've had the bacon before on stream. Let's see how our sausages turned out. Maple breakfast sausage. I like when they get a crispy exterior, not like soggy sausage skin. Like the maple flavor is really good in these, and then they always have like these nice spices on a back note. Yeah, like I made a fruit salad on this side. I was just munching on it a bit earlier while we were waiting. This is seriously good. That would be delicious too, Mish. That's not that wild. Eat the waffles with a creme fraiche with a little bit of vanilla, so like an unsweetened kind of cream. Yep. They're so juicy too. I'm shocked at how good this is. And those are some of my favorite moments in life. I'm just sharing the butter with this other waffle piece. I'm so happy I tried this. This is totally gonna be a staple in my life now. So I didn't make them because they're keto. I made them because they're gluten-free. Is that one done? It looks like it. At least on the underneath. No, we can go more. You can eat waffles a lot of different ways. Yeah, we were talking earlier. Here, I'm gonna go to this view now. That one works as well. There's like, Sam likes his with Nutella. Because like, anywhere where there's a pocket, it's gonna fill in that area, right? Like spread Nutella. I've done waffles with peanut butter and jam. Yeah, you could do some fried chicken with these for sure. You can still make fried chicken gluten-free as well, if you wanted to. A lot of Korean fried chicken's actually made with a mixture of rice flour and tapioca flour. And there's not actually any wheat flour in their, like, dredge. So yeah, that's one of the few fried chickens that I always know I can have. Okay. They're coming out. Ah! I almost lost it. Gonna give it another little spray. These are also really high in protein. Like, there's 4 eggs in the recipe, and I'm gonna make 3 waffles. So there's over 1 egg in each one. I forgot we didn't have the other camera. That's how they look, though, when they come out. Yum. Okay, I'll do the last pour with you guys. We'll finish up here. Do I need a piece of bacon while I'm waiting for this to heat up? I think so. Sometimes you just need a nice simple breakfast like this. If you're someone who doesn't eat a lot of breakfast like this, it's so satisfying. Mmm. Thick cut bacon is life. Trev was asking for that earlier too. I'm a weird one that doesn't like mixing like my meats in the batters. Unless maybe it's supposed to be there, like a corn dog or something. But I love to eat my bacon separate from like the carb portion. You wouldn't say this is simple, Buffalo? I didn't make a lot of dishes at all. Okay, ready? And it was really easy to make this in the blender. So that's why I thought it was nice and simple. A perfect 3 waffles. Yeah, we could say it's more of like a novelty. You like it separate too, Dusty? I don't know why. But yeah, a couple minutes to cook a waffle up for yourself. No problem. Give me my phone. Now I have the camera back. This is a definite make again. I wonder if you could make this recipe and try and make pancakes with it, if you make it thicker. Now I'm intrigued. And these don't feel really light when you eat them either. It's not too dense and cakey. It's not dry. So cool. Okay, I'm creeping on Twitch. Taz is on? I know that guy. He's making beef stew and dumplings. That actually sounds so delicious. I want beef stew and dumplings tonight. What's everyone else eating tonight? We need to know this. Tonight, I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Probably leftovers from yesterday or something else, actually. Some kind of leftover from the fridge, though. That's not very exciting, is it? Chili and cornbread? Nice. Mmm. That's a winter warmer. Roasted cauliflower? Yum. Something about sweet and salty flavors. And yeah, your homemade bread to go with it. So your one loaf of bread you make every week, do you eat all of it every week, Annie? So there's none left over? You do? Whoa. You usually finish it by Wednesday. That's kind of crazy. I guess if it's that good though, yeah, you would want to eat it all the time. I'm like, yeah, I love sandwiches, so I'd be doing that too. Dust, when you open your can of maple syrup, take a photo of it, put it in Discord, okay? See how we're doing. We gotta go more. It's so good. Yeah, that syrup, if I can remember, is from Sam's sister's husband. His family lives in Quebec, as he's actually French-Canadian. And they have a sugar bush. So they always have cans of maple syrup, and I think she sent those to us. It's like the family maple syrup in the can. It's fancy. Bring over our rack. It's like the perfect little amount of waffles. Like, I'm feeling pretty good. Excuse me, I don't know if you heard that little burp on the microphone. After eating 2 pieces, that's like pretty satiating to me, especially with the other protein there, right? This was so fun. I'm so happy. It was so easy to do. And actually so delicious. Pleasantly surprised, I would say. Like, looking at these, you would never even know that there's no gluten in there. This is why we always try different things, right? That was a good weekend of streaming and food. I know these last 2 days went so quick, it felt like. I'm glad yesterday's stream was a little longer, like we almost went 4 hours, because today is only like 2 hours. I mean, breakfast food is always really nice and quick, and that is something that growing up, I am used to having one breakfast meal like this every week. My dad would be the breakfast cook, and then my mom would make like dinners throughout the week. Instead, that was their little trade-off. So it's nice when I do that for myself. Kind of makes you feel like a kid again, right? And yeah, all the recipes are in Discord. If you want to make this for yourself throughout the week coming up, or even next weekend, it's always good to plan out your food menu for the entire week and then go shopping for it. You'll save a lot of money that way. Sunday brunch just hits different, right? Yeah, like I think most Saturdays my dad would cook breakfast brunch. Whether it was like, he'd always switch it up, right? One week was pancakes, the other week was like bacon and eggs, the other week was waffles. Like, he was so good at cooking breakfast foods. But yeah, something about Sundays. Sometimes you would like go out for a fancier brunch if you didn't feel like cooking. Hello, Buzzing Ranger. And hello, Samovar, too. Everyone likes to feel like a kid. Totally. That's what life is all about, especially as you get older. It's all about having fun, not being too serious with anything. Okay, we're gonna go raid a food and drink streamer that I haven't seen in a long time. Someone who I've met in person and is a lovely human being. Same with his wife, is also a streamer. He's making beef soup and dumplings, which sounds absolutely delicious. It is beef soup season. It's soup season, it's stew season. Or sorry, beef stew and dumplings? You're taking a pull and you'll save it until next time? Okay. Do I understand that? So I'll be back on Friday, friends. I'm just moving this out of here so I can type really quick the raid. We'll be back Friday. Samo should be home on Thursday. It's okay, Samovar. Sometimes Sundays are 2 hours, sometimes Sundays are 3 hours, but they're not usually close to 4 hours. Because I know we all have things to do in our life, so we gotta go at one time or another. And then, as well as Taz and his wife being a streamer, Minnesota Taz hosts a podcast with another Twitch streamer, Tabatai Cooking, who we often raid too. Both amazing humans, so check that out. I don't remember what the podcast is called. Give me a sec. But I did an episode on it once upon a time. Can anyone remember what it was? Cookie would know, it's true. But yeah, friends, I hope you have a good week coming up. Please stay nice and active in our Discord. It's the best place to be when we're not streaming together on the weekends. Share all of your awesome creations, recipes, and anything else that just brings you joy into your life. Okay, let's hit that button. Thank you for taking time to be with me this weekend. You know where to find me if you need anything at all. Stay safe out there. Love you. And I'll see you next week. Bye!